now that I'm a trainer, I'm happy that it's a path that I choose, and I'm always thankful to my mother for putting the light bulb and tell me, go and get something that you get paid and exercise. And from that day, I have not stopped till today.
Assalamualaikum. Once again, welcome back to my channel, Reminiscing About the Past. Today, we have another special person. All my interviewers are semua special here today. Okay, introduce yourself, brother.
Assalamualaikum. Saya Rasul, semua orang tahu. The only one.
Everybody know, in school.
The only one yang nama tu.
How does it spell?
R-A-S-O-L. Tu jangan mistake banyak orang ingat saya U. Kalau U tu dah berat sangat.
Allah. Okay, Rasul. Which year were you in ULSS?
In at 84, I think.
That means you are 3 years my...
No,
3 years?
2 years. Age-wise, no difference.
Dah hit 5,
5 plus. Now,
5 plus
this year is 5'3". Touching soon.
Wow. Okay, Alhamdulillah. At this age, after 50, we still can meet each other. Those days back in school, with school uniform, hari-hari jumpa kat sekolah. Now, with this age, we can really sit like this and talk to each other. Alhamdulillah, you know.
Alhamdulillah.
Blessing is blessing. Okay, the early days. Can you share with us the early days when you come into Boon Lay Secondary School?
Boon Lay Secondary School, for a start, I may not even go to Boon Lay actually. Pasal from small, saya tinggal dengan nenek kat Bukit Timah.
Why is that?
Because I was from Totak Primary. Then at the age of 10, my parents decided to bring me back home from my grandma's.
So from small, you grew up with your grandmother lah?
Bukit Timah area with my grandmother.
Okay.
Although my mother is near, but most of the time I'm at my grandmother's place. Because we stay in Bukit Timah. But when they shifted, my parents shifted, I didn't follow. Only my elders went with them, but I was still with my grandma in Bukit Timah.
So that's why you are in Totak.
So I'm in Totak Primary. So that's why my sister is in Yusof Ishak Secondary, because the Totak Primary is below, Yusof Ishak at the top.
Yep.
My cousins, my relative, literally, either Totak, Princess Elizabeth, or these are the two schools. Because they are all close to each other. Jalan Jurong Kecil last time, there's a school called Princess Elizabeth.
Correct.
So at Primary 4 halfway, I think March, I went to Yong An Primary.
Oh, the Jurong there lah.
The one that with Yuan Cheng and Melimau, the three school right in the middle with the soccer field.
That's the only school that primary school dengan secondary school together.
Yes, primary, secondary.
Melimau, Yong An.
Melimau, Yong An, Yuan Cheng. Three of us in one circle.
They share
the soccer pitch. Yeah. So sports day they got to plan properly.
Oh. So when you joined to Yong An when you were already
primary 4 halfway or in March, I think first quarter.
First quarter. Yeah.
I went in first quarter. Jadi from there, that's why bila pilih sekolah untuk PSLE, terpaksa everywhere around that west.
Around the west area lah.
But I know I did not put Yuan Cheng number 2 or number 3.
So Boon Lay, which school, which choice?
I think Boon Lay is first choice.
First choice?
Surprisingly. Yes.
You know about the school? Or
I don't know about the school, but no choice. The nearest. My mother say anything nearest. So I put Boon Lay because I don't want to go Yuan Cheng.
But you still staying at Bukit Timah?
No, I was staying there already. If everybody know who Taman Jurong Budak, I tinggal kat the hood.
Where is that?
Block 98, 99, 100, 97. I stay at the hood.
That is the block without the room. Right?
That is the hood. So anything yang...
Tak ada bilik no room?
Tak ada. It's the, what they call L lah dulu. Bilik rumah L. So
and yet they can produce,
Yeah. What to do?
Without room those days.
No, by the time my parents got no more kids already.
Oh, because the baju butterfly. Remember I was talking about.
All dah besar apa. My brother is with another home somewhere else in Clementi. My younger brother. So most of us are being sent over to different people to stay with.
Yes.
And we're young. Maybe because those days parents' home are small, I guess.
But not far to go to Boon Lay Secondary School lah.
Not far lah, because bus 240 direct apa?
240, yes.
Berhenti depan 188 tu kedai basikal. Kan bus stop tu favourite.
188, the very famous block
188.
Kedai Apiang.
Kedai Apiang, yes.
Beli buah asam. Buah asam merah.
Buah asam merah tu popular. Jangan kata buah asam aja kan, lain ada lagi. Rokok sebatang tu.
Tu dah shop apa tu.
Macam-macam ada kat situ. Jadi blok tu jadi sasaran tiap-tiap minggu, tiap petang penuh dengan budak. Baju 2-3 baju kadang-kadang 2-3 color ada. Yang budak kadang-kadang budak primary Boon Lay Garden pun campur.
Really?
Budak-budak jahat Boon Lay Garden.
Oh, usually yang tu lah VI dengan budak sekolah
JVI, Boon Lay dengan Boon Lay Garden.
Second floor tu
Second floor, yes.
But those days makcik-makcik down there tak complain lah.
Tak komplain lah, makcik dah tahu ni budak-budak.
No like now lah. Now a bit
Different lah. Because those days, and the area
They're more tolerance lah.
Because the area, kita nak kena tengok, the area already fill up with, boleh katakan 30% budak gonjol. Jadi, or maybe even 50%. Jadi makcik dah biasa. Ini tempat
gonjol as in bukan
buat jahat.
Bukan
not
jahat
crime
lah. It's not crime. It's not criminal. It's just
not
like
criminal.
You know, wannabe at that time. At that time, you know.
Ada nak jadi gangster
time.
tapi saya jadi.
Yeah, I'm one of you. You know that kind of thing. I'm one of you. Just to be in thing.
So that area, everybody.
Because why no? Those days, kadang budak-budak, they can go like Marina, they can go Orchard Road anytime. Those days kita mana? Kita around the area je apa?
Yalah pasal those days time kita maintain Orchard Road belum develop macam gitu. Paling
susah
tinggi
nak pergi pas kita pun tak
jauh,
ada duit.
pasal kita tak ada duit. Paling tinggi pun Center Point main McDonald.
Oh, jadi
itu pun sebulan sekali. Jadi
itu jadi.
dah okey.
Jadi, you know.
Mana ada lagi tempat nak hang out dulu?
That time we still in school belum ada McDonald apa?
Dah ada. Tu Jurong first McDonald tu kat kapak tu.
No, oh yeah. We about to finish school.
About to finish school lah.
About to finish school.
Tapi
Jurong Park jadi ada ni tu.
dulu hang out Jurong Park punya area lah, biasa.
Jurong Park. Okay, those listeners don't get offended if you one of them.
Jangan asalkan jangan ada signboard tunjuk anjing monyet je boleh beroman.
Those the girls or guy that been to Jurong Park for some reason don't get offended to those days. Zaman jahiliah. But anyway, all are good now. You know. So bila you masuk sekolah Boon Lay, apa story dia tu?
The first thing is always the uniform. But lucky, the moment we go into the school, I think I only wear that, what we call the frock.
Your time?
No. By the time I come in, the frock changed already. I come in, I think I met...
When you came in, dah tukar belum?
Straight away, I don't get to wear the frock. But
my time is wrong.
But some of us purposely want to wear because the lucky part Boon Lay ni, banyak student...
Why purposely dia orang?
I don't know, when some of them came and with that uniform because apparently Boon Lay budak banyak satu family.
The uniform belong to the brother.
Kakak dia, abang dia.
So they just...
Pakcik dia.
Yes,
Jurong kan, semua kat situ juga. I'm the only one, tak ada adik-adik situ kat situ.
It's funny our school dia punya one of those school ada dua uniform at that time
ada dua dalam sekolah, senior dengan junior.
Our era ada dua uniform. People still wearing.
Yes.
And some junior still love to wear the frock.
Yeah, some junior want to pakai.
Because of the sibling dia punya.
Pasal tak payah takin.
But that's hot, the material.
But they don't mind not tucking
Safari
in.
banyak pocket.
They don't mind ada pocket. Tak nak tak payah tuck in. Tu baju smart nak kena tuck in, nak kena gosok.
Leceh.
Tu baju gosok tapi tak payah tuck in. Dia tak ronyok.
The frock kan belum ada seluar panjang
Belum ada seluar pendek. Tapi junior kita seluar pendek. What's the difference? Junior tetap seluar pendek.
Ada dua poket dua poket. Sana macam tu.
But the time I go in tak salah lah. If I can remember, I think I've never wear the frock uniform. If I'm not wrong lah. My memory. I don't think I get to wear the frock.
Because you don't have siblings.
I know some of my batch, some of them came school with that frock. That frock uniform.
I know.
Yeah, because everywhere we go, all the boys in Jurong, all the other secondary school all kutuk kita. Uniform kau macam katak. They always call us that. We cannot criticize them pasal diorang uniform okay sikit lah, tak macam kita.
Yeah, they all nicer lah.
Diorang atas lain colour, bawah lain colour. Macam Yuan Ching sama macam kita. Macam Boon Lay. Tapi atas different colour, bawah different colour.
I can't remember Yuan Ching ni macam.
Sama, same pattern, same design, except pants brown, top light brown.
Sama
macam melimau.
Safari?
Sama juga sikit-sikit. Tak ada dia sedikit sama macam Safari.
Ada kocek dua?
Not so much. Tak tahu tapi about like that.
For those who remember
Yuan Ching,
how Yuan Ching punya uniform, please comment
Please comment
We can't remember.
I might be wrong but try to comment. Pasal at least dia uniform different colour, two tone. Kita kau satu tone. Jalan kat gelap dah macam katak.
Macam ni apa, Korda Dandi lah.
Duduk, kalau you duduk kat smart tu dah camouflage dah. Tak payah sembunyi. Kat grass patch tu tak payah sembunyi. Masuk kepala sarung orang tak tahu.
Ambil gambar mesti kat tu Wisdom Bridge
Ambil gambar. Aduh, Wisdom Bridge.
Everybody got a photo there.
I don't know whether I have but I forget. Maybe class photo every time cikgu tak ada tempat lain.
Wisdom
Bridge daripada bawah sampai ke ujung. Nanti nak kena arrange siapa paling tinggi, siapa paling pendek. Tak habis-habis situ. Paling panjang, paling pendek.
Everybody got a photo in the Freedom Beach lah. Cool memory
Everybody
tau,
have at
memory.
least, cuma don't know who keep it.
Walaupun pond tu kecil tapi memory tau. Every Boon Lay student ada gambar kat situ.
Every student.
Yang tak ada student that don't have photos there, probably
Before you, because the bridge was built.
before me. Yeah.
Those much later.
Or during my time to your time. Ini semua macam maybe tak nak campur orang punya, maybe tak ambil gambar kat situ lah.
Yang tak campur orang lah. Ada banyak yang tak campur orang.
Sampai sekarang ada.
Tak ada banyak.
Let's no name it.
Sampai sekarang.
Let's no name it. Sampai sekarang masih ada lagi
Ada.
Social
Ada banyak orang
problem
tak campur orang ke.
So bila you set one, are you from the express class?
That's the problem, I am.
Rasul.
Sama first class tau. Saya 4A.
Rasul budak pandai.
Saya 1A.
Set 1A. Cakap apa?
Pasal lah. Kat atas saya 1A. Tak tahu kat bawah, tapi saya first class. Express first class.
Tingkat
Class
berapa?
1A.
Tingkat berapa?
Lupa tingkat berapa. Forget.
1A. Pandai.
Cuma bila kita pergi
PSLE is like...
Bila PSLE Express lah. PSLE result not bad. Tapi nak kena faham budak-budak my classmate daripada Yong An, my schoolmate yang I campurkan Yong An, pasal walaupun I express ke macam sekolah dulu I 4D. 4D is consider kelas bagus juga dalam primary. Kita 4A, 4B, 4C kira kelas bagus. Jadi yang 4E, 4F ni kira kelas tak bagus. But I campur yang budak-budak kelas tak bagus pasal lagi fun. Budak jahat, budak degil lagi fun.
But you don't really mix
Primary.
Oh, primary.
Jadi I'm quite friendly with macam people like Amirul Nisa, diorang from the other class.
Oh, they from those
Tak salah, if I remember, she from Yong An also, I know. A lot of them from Yong An, from Boon Lay. Banyak daripada Yong An yang I know.
from Yong An juga?
Yong An lah. I went Yong An. I think Amirul also know, if I remember.
Same class? No.
I don't think same class, not same class. That's the problem. So most of them pergi normal. Jadi when I meet them in Boon Lay normal, I express. Diorang semua, Rasul pandai ya.
Rasul pandai ya.
Rasul pandai. Okay, pandai nanti kita tengok siapa yang kena. Macam lempar nombor 2 kan. Dekat nanti kita tengok. Habis bila result, nanti diorang asyik tanya, Rasul result mesti bagus lah. I sometimes cakap diorang tak ada. I'm normal. I'm express pasal PSLE. So one day,
kalau you PSLE good, you one of those student can study punya lah.
boleh lah. Tapi bila you dah sampai secondary school, sometimes your interest for me maybe
the vibe lain lah.
Maybe I don't know lah Mungkin bila you pergi sekolah, you don't know what you doing. You just want to play and then you don't study. But when you grow older, you start to look at things differently.
But I remember Rasul back in school dia ni budak case tak ada muka sedih He always think now Rasul is always very cheerful. So after many years, I call him. Then we met at a cafe before we do this video lah. Asyik I tengok dia ni sama je. You see, look at him. Dia tak ada macam problem lah punya orang sampai sekarang, dia macam, and he's the kind of guy that can mix from junior to senior. If I'm not wrong, right? That's why he can mix with me and my group, and also my senior.
I can even mix with the seniors.
Yeah, also my senior. Pasal dia, kalau bahasa Melayu tu candi. Dia boleh easily, muka dia senyum je sampai sekarang. So that reflects from sekolah Boon Lay tu dengan apa yang dia kerja sekarang. Which is we gonna discuss about it later. So budak-budak sekolah Boon Lay ni, as I say, memang semua ada bakat tersendiri punya. Jadi you punya set 1 tu, you punya result habis.
Tiap-tiap exam habis.
Tiap-tiap exam.
Tiap-tiap exam.
So express only primary 1, set 1.
Set 1 express, tapi saya punya exam result selalu saya borderline 3 subjek pass, continue set 2. Keep continue sampai set 4 macam gitulah. Express. All the way sampai set 4. Tak pernah step back. Tak pernah. Tapi tak kena tahu. Pas tu 3 subjek je. Kadang-kadang 4, kadang-kadang 5. Nasib lah. English, Melayu. Dengan lagi satu subjek. Kadang-kadang art, kadang-kadang maths, kadang-kadang science. Maths tak pernah lah. Maths considered, confirm F9.
Tapi tak kisah, orang tak boleh tipu you sekarang. No way cannot
But
money will get you.
But the truth is I'm not proud of it lah. Nobody should be proud of that result. Yes. Tapi education is still number 1 utmost, no matter what.
So those youngsters who listen to anak-anak, siapa-siapa yang pendengar ni, remember ni uncle punya story dulu-dulu.
Yes.
Dulu-dulu we learn from something, we go from the hard way. Yes. Tapi alhamdulillah kita jadi apa yang kita nak lah. Tapi sekolah kita maybe there's no moral support for maybe, some reason.
Yes.
For some reason maybe kita come from a
support
family,
system
support system tak ada, tapi kita work from the back side, like macam back lane I call it, a very hard way than to be like what we are right now. So for you, your generation, for the youngsters who listen,
education
your generation is fast paced.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, foreigner come in, all these people come in, they come in with something. They come in with a
Yes.
degree, they come in with a paper.
Correct.
So if our time, maybe we have time. Your time,
No time.
so you have to better
Education
study.
number
So
one.
this story based on dulu-dulu kita, bukan you have to follow.
Don't follow, please don't.
Please don't. So okay, pada Uncle Rasul lah, Uncle Rasul.
Yeah.
Uncle Rasul. 3 subjek je. Tapi express.
Continue, yes. 3, sometimes
You
4
just
subject.
enjoy go to school, that's it lah. You're
I
not
just enjoy
study.
I tak pernah play truant, not even one. I think 4 years, I've never take MCU, so I think 1 or twice only in that 4 years.
For some reason kalau
For some reason lah. Unless I'm sick. Other than that, I don't. Cabut kelas ada, tapi cabut sekolah tak ada. Macam masuk kelas, my attendance tiba-tiba hilang.
kat bawah pergi kantin pergi.
Itu ada lah. Macam assembly, ada kat assembly. Lepas tu tak ada dalam sekolah.
Engkau kat situ, engkau pun kat situ juga.
Tapi kat situ juga.
Tapi are you in the uniform group ke apa?
Never, not in uniform group, not in sport, but I'm after certain, I think Sec 1, Sec 2, Sec 3 quite involved with LDDS dengan Malay LDDS.
Have you ever involved in any
Ya, ada
debate?
drama, sama ada drama. Debate tak pernah lah, drama.
Which drama?
Kat stage drama acting tu, pernah ingat. I think we made a stage show about Julius Caesar. Tapi
With Johnny?
I tak become main character. I become guard yang pakai pedang tu je. Dengan baju golden. Yang potong pakai gold punya tu. Buat dia
Johnny
madu.
become Mark Anthony.
Something like that, yes.
Budak-budak Melayu ni kadang-kadang maybe at that time study not that good lah. Tapi literature
We were...
Don't
tak ada.
play, no
Literature
Shakespeare.
boleh buat. Tapi practically je. Kalau suruh tulis balik, dah tak boleh.
But that's important but end of the day now kita work semua practical mah.
Practical part boleh. Suruh kita tulis di essay.
No joke though. Did you realize that actually you guys acting on stage is Julius Caesar tau. Bukan main-main punya.
Bukan main-main punya. Sebarang role pun tak apa.
Sebarang role pun tak apa.
Macam itu role berdiri gitu, tak ada dialog, tak ada apa.
So berdiri gitu. So Julius Caesar, you were there standing with the
Konon-konon dia punya guard tu
guard lah.
Itu je.
Okay. Those days Roman time uniform, where you got your uniform from?
Diorang pergi beli cardboard yang colour gold dulu, potong-potong dia punya shape lah. Dia punya baju depan tu.
So it look like a metal.
Nampak macam konon-konon
like the Roman,
besi punya.
like the Crusaders lah.
Crusaders lah. Konon-konon macam gladiator tapi tak lah.
Budak Melayu jadi Crusaders Dulu tak tahu, okay. Sekarang kalau dah tahu, tak mau jadi Crusaders lah. But anyway, so literature lah.
And then ingat kita ada sekali tu perjumpaan raya based on the song Anita. The title is Anita.
How the song goes?
I forgot the song. But we made like a sketch.
Sekolah mulai pun ada nama Anita.
Sketch. And then the title of the show is, forgot lah, but it's about Hari Raya. Macam anak tu jahat patah balik minta maaf. Biasalah Hari Raya kan always about maaf-maafan. But maybe you guys out already. Maybe you guys out already.
Out already lah.
Maybe my time lah kita buat.
So, okay, teacher-wise. Ada apa experience?
Good and bad lah, teachers-wise.
Who that you really remember lah, stuck in your head?
Actually, only one that stuck my head is actually there's two. One because of a funny story. The other one I think he's a good teacher lah. Cikgu Hassan. Mungkin dah arwah.
Cikgu Hassan.
IRK.
I don't have information of Cikgu Hassan.
Bila dia ajar IRK, Cikgu Hassan tak pernah preach. Cara dia teach about Islam maybe because he feel that he's a teacher, he's not a ustad down there. Tapi the way he pass information about Islam through because IRK is about not say about religious study, but it's about history of Islam. More about history rather than religious. But the way he teach is nothing is being forced.
Dia tak preach lah.
Dia tak preach.
That's the way supposed to be.
Lepas tu dia tak pernah bila dia
people
ajar.
bring interest because of this.
Dia tak preach, tapi dia punya cara ajar very simple and very nice, talk nicely. Tak pernah marah-marah.
Even when he teach Malay language, he also have that manner.
Oh, he did.
Dia tak pernah marah-marah.
I didn't get him as a Malay teacher. He's a senior lah, I guess.
Dia tak pernah marah. Always smile and budak-budak buat kelakar dia ketawa.
Kita kat corner kita ketawa, main-main pun dia
nanti
dia tak
dia pergi,
kisah.
they just tell nicely.
Cakap pelan-pelan lah. Kalau cikgu yang art tu, semua orang tahu kan nama dia. Cikgu Lamun.
No, cikgu art, cikgu Latif.
Cikgu Latif. Cikgu Lamun pertama. Lamun apa? Lamun is Malay
Cikgu Lamun ajar Melayu. Cikgu Latif ajar arts lah.
Cikgu Latif kalau awak habis itu what pipis, make sure tak ada ronyok. Ronyok, kirim salam, koyak, ketong sampah.
Even the sharp line must be sharp. The edges must be sharp. Tapi we think back now, alhamdulillah juga we got this kind of teacher lah.
It's true lah. I mean, we learn through, I think whatever bad happen.
But everybody have to agree, Cikgu Latif punya art class tu.
Memang pasal tu dia ada exhibition semua dulu.
Dia punya art class. Really class. Ada class punya.
Dulu kan dia ada exhibition kat.
Then when he do the watercolor, the
Yes.
apple kan, really really art. Kita buat apple dah macam buat terung. Kita
Buat apple tak jadi apple lah.
Itu
Lain yang
lagi.
keluar macam Tinggi Abdul. Macam gitulah. Kalau tengok pengsan.
So, yalah itu kena. Cikgu Hassan lah, one of your favorite teacher lah. Cikgu Hassan.
A good mentor who can really understand everybody. Looks at thing. Cara dia ajar is bukan lenient, tapi he don't shout, he don't scold. He make things simple for you to understand. That's why walaupun I not good in my study, IRK I always pass. Even O-level IRK I pass. Tak payah belajar. Pasal tak belajar I pass.
Maybe naturally you pun ada Islamic foundation from family lah.
Actually
In
not.
a way.
Okay lah, maybe ada. Tapi the thing is, it makes it so simple to learn during class. You end up
You enjoy his class
absorb
most of the time.
whatever he taught. Even though after that you don't study for your exam. You go to class, you don't really focus much. You keep playing also. Tapi because the teacher is so nice, the way he do it, you end up exam you can pass, which you surprise yourself. I mean, aku boleh pass.
Tapi memang sports lah, memang you selalu lah sports.
No, actually no. There's a surprise part.
Really?
Because I have asthma as a young kid. Although my asthma bukan macam budak lain, macam everyday kena. Mine is just there because of hereditary. My mother,
On medication?
No, never until today.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So, but there are time that bila macam example I pergi main-main bawah blok, kalau terlebih, kalau selalunya memang terlebih lah main. Kita kan dulu kalau main tak pernah kurang, terlebih.
Kalau mak tak panggil tak balik.
Tak pernah kurang, terlebih. Kalau tak maghrib tak balik Dulu orang tua tu cakap, kalau tak maghrib kau tak balik.
Pekik bro. Pekik oh.
So, bila terlebih habis lah, nanti dia datang. Itu je. Never, my mother pun kalau boleh.
Attack, not serious attack.
Not
lah.
serious juga. Tapi
But-
my mother kalau boleh pun tak nak put on medication. Pasal she herself experience how hard it is to take medication.
Correct.
Because for her it's hereditary. So it's like for me. So it's my sibling also lah.
The sibling
Also
brother juga?
asthma. But their asthma is showing off lah. Also maybe because in their later part in life, youth, they never exercise. I start exercising.
So that's why during school but are you in a football team?
No, never. I was never selected. So that is the story, the biggest story I want to tell.
So you never be in a sports
Never.
team?
Which
I thought you're very active
which all the Boon Lay schoolmate or classmate or the soccer boys need to understand to now listen my story,
Okay, that's very
especially
interesting.
about football.
Okay, tell us about your story.
I play football at my void deck area with the boys in the kampung.
The hood lah.
From 10 years old. I've always been playing at the hood. Play for fun, just everyday play. That's what I do. That one I do. I play every day. Maybe that's why my asthma never attack much. But when it comes to school team, I was never selected. Maybe because I'm not fit enough. To them. Sec 3, I went for the trial.
But not selected.
Not selected. So reason they say I'm not fit enough. Or maybe not
Who
good
was the
enough.
teacher in charge that time?
I also don't know. Totally forget. But I remember when it comes to Sec 4, there was not enough teacher. Some of the good players were asked to select player. I don't want to name. I know his name, but I don't want to name him.
Say, repeat again.
I know his name until today. I can never forget that name.
What's that line?
The teachers in charge made one of the few good player to start selecting players for the team.
But you don't want to mention his name lah.
I don't want to mention his name lah.
Don't mention.
But he is. Those days he was a good player lah, no doubt. I think he might know himself. He remember. He told me that I'm not good enough.
Your batch,
My batch. He is my batch. My normal boys. He is from the normal class. He said I'm not good enough. But I'm fine with that lah. I mean, everybody got their perception. Right? I got not angry with that.
Okay, but did you know that you can play?
I know I can play.
Okay.
But I have a schoolmate who is also my kampung boy, Azlan Salim. Remember Azlan is national boys. He play Asian school.
Azlan.
Sham used to play national
Azlan.
school. Azlan trumpeter. Azlan band major.
Azlan Bangkok.
Azlan Bangkok now. Band major.
Sawadikap Azlan, sebab di
Sawadee Cup.
Maikau.
And nobody know that Azlan is not just my schoolmate. Azlan is my kampung boy. He knows I like to play football kat kampung. He knows I enjoy. And those days when I was small kid, I got people nickname me Pele. Because I'm dark.
Oh yeah.
I'm dark. That was what the bully senior boys call me. Budak negro.
Really? Dia macam Brazilian Macam
budak
Pele.
Budak senior selalu panggil I budak negro first time masuk. Dan cakap, ni budak negro mana masuk sekolah? Bibir macam gini, rambut hitam.
They call him budak negro.
Ada orang budak negro mana ni? Dua senior girls. Really my senior macam budak time I set 1, diorang set 4 ke set 5 katnya.
My senior lah.
Your senior cakap, ni budak negro mana ni? Jadi I always kena call like that lah those days. So that's the football thing. So, but Azlan say, if I really want to play, continue lah, don't stop. After school, go and find somewhere to play.
So, okay, you wasn't selected. Okay, at that time, obviously, at that age, kita ada feel lah. Macam, memang now kita cakap, no, I'm okay. But at that time, macam you also want to be what?
Yeah lah.
So, you feel like, did you feel left out? Obviously, sikit tu ada lah.
Itu normal, natural. Saya kita budak, kita young apa. We young.
You feel left out, lama tak dapat ni.
But that feeling also push you want to do better lah.
Yes. That's a good line.
That feeling one.
It's always that thing happen that makes you to want to be.
Yeah, this is anything like in school. Whatever happen in school, actually, schools is where things happen, and school is where when you grow older, you look back and you
the
think
negativity might happen at that age.
Naturally,
but it turned out to be positive lah.
Alhamdulillah, it turned out to be positive.
Most of our friends.
Yeah. So I decided to continue. I went to an academy, and surprisingly, I was selected in the squad for the
after
academy.
school.
After the O level, after secondary 4. So I'm one of the oldest player in the academy for that age group.
Oh really? After
school?
So see, tengok time sekolah Bunde tak dapat masuk, not even in school team Sekali after that he joined the academy, he become one of those.
I was selected in the Milo school, and those days when you wear Milo school jersey, everybody respect you.
Oh yeah.
Orang joke, budak Milo.
Oh, macam
So
Brazilian.
every Sunday kita pakai tu t-shirt keluar jalan lepas training, orang semua tengok, oh budak Milo. So you become slightly you happy because people respect the t-shirt. Those days. Sekarang academy you pay to get in. Dulu you have to work hard to get in.
Yeah, that's a different.
So that's the difference. Sekarang parents pay for their children to go into academy.
You really have to work hard to get in.
Those days we have to work hard. So I was happy.
So you managed to get in.
I managed to get in the age group until my 18-year-old finish, because the last age group is below 18. So I managed to, for the 2 years I was a Milo boys. So I get to play with some of them who went to national squad.
Any names?
Like the juniors, some of the name I might forget, but I know, but they're from different centers lah. But I was same age group with them, so sometimes we played against people like Nazir Nasir, people like Rafi Ali, those days, because they were my same age group. But they went up to become national player, which I applaud lah, because they are good. They are very good those days. They are very good. But at least I get the chance to play among these people. When I was in school, I was selected, so I was fine with that. But then I played. I continued playing. I end up playing top level football in Singapore for 1 year. I played S-League. Before I played in the Premier League, in the papers. I get the chance to play against Abbas Saad.
Alamak, Rasul is nostalgic. He got a
chance to play against the best player in Singapore, Abbas Saad.
He got a chance to play with Abbas Saad. It is what
against
Abbas Saad.
Yeah, I was Jurong Town FC, the Tribute Soccerite in Abbas Saad, and Alistair Edward also play. I played against team like STA.
What position you play?
I played centre half.
Your name is there?
My name is somewhere here.
Budak sekolah Boon-Lay ada proof tau. You know, he used to play with one of these big players. In school, wasn't got selected because somebody told him that he's not good enough. But after school, I mean, these are the things that we should learn lah. So you never give up, shouldn't give up with what people tell you, the negativity what people tell you. So
macam ni, like this one, Geylang International, Zlatko Vidan. Those days, one of the best players also in the league.
Wow, that's Rasul, man.
And I think one of the matches I played against Balestier United in that year was shown live on TV. So I think that's the proudest moment, because my mom got to find out from her colleague. They went to watch at the stadium thinking that it's not me.
Did your parents support?
My mom always support me what I do. My mom, but my dad, I play football all by myself. Nobody push me, nobody. I got no, but I all do it by myself. This one all do by myself. Except you buy the boot, you ask for your mother.
Dulu nak beli boot pun tak mampu.
So tak mampu, so I don't ask much. So as long as I get one nice, we grew up with $90 Puma World Cup.
Loto pun jadi
Loto pun jadi. Loto pun selalu kalau nasib baik dapat pakai yang Fandi tu dah bagus lah. Dr. Fandi.
But at least once in your life you
Yeah.
you in the same pitch with all these star players.
Yeah, I played against
Budak Boon Lay tau.
star players.
Budak Boon Lay.
Which a lot of the Boon Lay boys, Boon Lay former school don't know. Because I don't have social media those days. I don't put myself out there to tell people.
Those days without social media. Yeah,
Not my thing. Until today, I'm not very social media.
But I mean, you don't have to be shy kalau the thing is real.
It's true.
To me, I'm like, if like now with social media, I promote my company through
Quite
social
true.
media.
Quite true.
Yeah, so jangan ada social media yang tak bikin action bikin. Itu problem. Itu problem.
So these are little memories from Boon Lay. Your friends, your teachers. Teachers, most of them are good teachers. It's just that kita tak nak belajar kan.
Yeah.
Then we start hating teacher. Actually, we don't hate the teacher.
Yeah. We don't hate teachers.
It's just that kita tak nak belajar. Jadi kita make teacher problem. Jadi biasalah semua orang tahu kan, bila kita give teacher problem, biasalah kita jumpa Simon Goh atau Jimmy Tan lah.
I mean those days kita pun nakal lah. Kita pun bukan baik sangat. Kita bukan baik juga lah. Lagi teacher kadang-kadang dengan kita, lagi kita nak nyut dia.
Biasalah.
Yeah. So anyway, as Rasul say, there's no bad teacher lah. Sometimes kita pun take it in a different angle lah.
There's only bad student, not bad teacher.
Yeah, no bad teacher. Alhamdulillah, teacher ni semua baik. Okay, based on tadi your story, that friend yang don't want to choose, you say you are not as good to join the school team. Okay. I mean at that time maybe you ada sikit darah budak ni. At that time. Now I don't think so, Rasul.
Yeah.
You know, now I don't think so. But happen if you meet him now.
If you see him now, sometimes maybe you must actually thank him that because you say I'm not good enough, I go there and prove you wrong.
See? Ini kebaikan budak sekolah Boon Lay ni. So will you tell that guy after that you...
If he don't want to, if he's not finding out by himself, I don't have to tell lah if he don't ask.
Good. Yeah.
Tak payah bilang if he don't ask.
Bilang lah. I think he knows also lah.
If he watched football those days, he might have seen.
Is he professional after that?
No, he did. I became professional. I played top level.
Okay, I'm not laughing. It just happened. Tergigil sikit.
I played top level. He didn't.
Alhamdulillah.
Whatever in Boon Lay, I was maybe a different person. I'm out there, I'm a different person. And everybody, I think my classmate knows. Boon Lay me time, macam dia nak pergi hang out lepas sekolah. I'm the only one yang cakap I nak balik rumah dulu. I don't know, I just have this feeling that bila kita hang out, I don't want to shame the school uniform.
Dia mesti tukar dulu lah.
I nak kena balik rumah salin.
Oh.
I tak pernah pergi hang out dengan baju sekolah, terus saja. Sekejap je macam.
Macam those days, they will walk until Boon Lay shopping center
dengan baju sekolah.
Baru naik bus.
I will go home.
Baru keluar.
Baru lepas tu jumpa orang kat tempat. Kalau saya nak hang out kan, I come.
Who's your close friend at that time?
I don't know whether I have a close friend, but I know I am always Juraimi. I think Juraimi mentioned he has a wingman kan. Bila part pasal dia dia kira macam dia kira macam everybody sought after lah. Dia kan cakap kan macam cowboy kira macam ini budak perempuan nak dia, ini budak mana. Jadi I macam wingman lah.
Juraimi, ni kau punya wingman.
He say also what?
Negro.
That day he say also what? He say
Rasul my wingman.
Dia perempuan ni I like become dia punya wingman lah. So
kau paskan mesej siapa dia suka lah.
Nanti I was like always we always most of the time are together like in school most of the time.
But you're not those sort like I want this girl, that girl, no lah.
Tak lah, I terus tak pernah. I've never.
Never.
The rest I know have lah, boyfriend, girlfriend kat sekolah.
You just take it easy and just...
I just go to school. I'm not interested much.
Never think of it also lah.
I didn't really also, never.
Tapi Jurong Park tak pernah masuk lah.
Tak pernah.
Okay, one of those guys tak pernah masuk Jurong Park. Siapa yang masuk Jurong Park, jangan mengaku
masuk untuk tengok diorang aja.
Jangan tak mengaku.
Tapi I never. My school days sampai Sec 4, I don't have like girlfriend in the school or another school, tak pernah.
Tak perlu lah that time.
So I just maybe not interested, and I don't find it important lah those days.
Kita pun nerdy lah that time. Orang pun tak nak lah.
Pergi sekolah balik rumah.
Those girl pun tak nak kita lah.
Balik rumah taruh bag, boom, bawa blok, main bola sampai petang. Sampai maghrib. Itu je setiap hari.
Pernah jual kuih tak?
Pernah juga. Makcik tingkat satu tu ambil. Goreng pisang tu.
Pernah jual?
Pernah. Cari duit.
Goreng pisang.
Sendiri main pocket money nak beli boot.
Nampak. Jalan kat blok tu semua jual kuih.
Blok kotak tu belakang tu.
Siapa? Your mother punya kuih ke orang bawa?
Bukan orang bawa blok, yang blok
You
100
jualkan
tu.
lah?
Pakcik punya tu lah. Yang dekat satu tu.
You jualkan lah?
Jualkan. Ambil. Orang main ambil dalal Bawa bakul, pekik-pekik kat bawah blok, kat rumah orang blok kan kena.
Jalan
Kadang-kadang kena pekik kan, kena limbah water bomb.
Pernah jual kuih juga Rasul lah. Jalan.
Most of the boys yang kat situ
Semua negro jual kuih terpanjat juga tau.
Ada orang terperanjat lah.
Kau macam cakap kira macam dekat favela lah.
Kat Brazil punya favela.
Favela lah kira, you know. Jual kuih.
Ada orang terperanjat juga. Mana budak hitam ni?
Okay. After sekolah, then I bump to him outside, you know. Wah, Rasul jadi into sports lah. Ni jadi trainer lah. Mana-mana ada sports event ada muka dia. Wow, this guy. That's why I thought dia kat sekolah tu memang sporty person. Today then I know that dia ada asthma. Dia tak. Which is how you started jadi trainer ni semua.
Sebenarnya
Professional trainer bukan main punya trainer tau. Bukan trainer suka-suka ni, betul-betul people engage him just to, you know, one-to-one train, you know, bukan main punya trainer. So anybody want siapa-siapa nak healthy jadi punya service, just contact dia je. How you started?
How to say macam okay, I love sport.
After football lah.
No, during football also. After football, literally after football. I love sport for sure. Daripada umur 10 tahun memang tiap hari main bola kat bawah blok. Cuma tak pernah represent school, tak pernah represent club. Until I 16, 17 year old, baru I start representing local club. Because I want to play football, I need to find a job, I don't care about the pay. So, daripada sana main bola. Jadi bila keluar sekolah cari kerja macam mana cari kerja yang boleh main bola? Jadi nak kena cari kerja yang you confirm balik pukul 5 punya. Betul tak? Lepas tu kerja yang main-main lah. I mean at that age you are young, you only think want to play for. Hoping one day you might play professional and get paid for it. Okay, so but those days actually we don't get paid much, we get allowance only. Because those days we are just semi-pro. So I still work, so I get to play.
So you
football.
work at?
I do normal job lah. Lepas tu at last I became a dispatch messenger kat CBD.
Oh, just because you can go out play.
Go after 4 or 5 o'clock dah habis kerja apa.
Cabut lah.
Dia tak pernah boleh rest kejap sebelum training.
Tak kisah janji.
Lepas tu hari Minggu tak kerja, game is Saturday Sunday apa.
Yeah.
Either Saturday, so I got nothing to do. So I play football. I play from Division League to Top League. Actually, I start straight away Top League, then went back down to Division League, normal league. That is then when one day I'm a football player who's after that when I started I like to run. Habis I tinggal kat Jurong West tu.
Satu field tu run dulu lah.
I tinggal kat Jurong West tu. Dia ada macam PCN tepi longkang.
Oh.
Yang between Jurong West dengan Jurong East tu, yang poliklinik tu. I like to go and run every other day, run suka-suka lari. So when I play football, I'm still running, but short distance. So one day when I decided to like, bola ni I don't want to do anymore. I have my reason, but I don't want to tell on the social media like that. I know the football scene very well, and you have seen now that our football doesn't have much thing to talk about.
Yep.
So I actually told myself, I think enough is enough. So
But that's a tough thing to make a stop. That's something
it's a very tough thing. I love football.
Because you love so much,
My passion is football. My heart is football. Sampai ni hari, bila I keluar pergi kerja, saya pakai macam sporty kan. Everyone I meet, my former boys, former players, everybody I meet, one question. Apa team kau coach? Same question, everybody. Because I play football, so they assume I teach football because of my attire.
Correct.
But I told them no. But a lot of them say, what a waste. Some of them say, why are you not in the football scene?
Correct.
I just say no lah. I don't think that's my line. I just say like that. But although I know when I talk to a real footballer who understand, then I can tell them the reason. So I decided, okay, apa sport yang I can do? So I just went to running. I switched to running. End up, I've run, I think Ross will verify. And now I run close to 15 marathons already.
So when you start to become a trainer?
Age 29, if I'm not wrong.
Were you any with the gym before? No.
No. Big story. The story is very interesting. Everybody should listen to this.
Okay, listen.
I like to exercise. I run. I play football every weekend for fun. So my mother sat me down. She asked, what you gonna do now? What job you want to do? I say, I also don't know. I have to find a proper job. So my mother say, kenapa tak cari kerja yang kau exercise dapat duit?
Oh, yeah.
Kau exercise tapi kena bayar, dapat gaji. So that suddenly it just clicked on my
It's a
mind.
good idea, good idea.
Yeah. So that was the start lah. I start to Google the certification. I go and find out where I
You
can get.
study all those things,
I went to learn. I'm certified by the US organization, not Singapore. Sorry, I'm standard high sikit. bukan sombong ni.
Yeah, I mean it's true. I mean if it's true, it doesn't matter.
I'm being the truth because
kalau orang nak cakap sombong, it's their call.
I'm happy that my
as I always say earlier,
Yeah.
if it's true, you don't have to be shy.
Yeah.
How many years you took the thing?
I studied for 6 months, 3 to 6 months, and we went. The
Local.
workshop is done in NIE in Singapore, but that course is not done in physically in Singapore anymore. Maybe they feel that it's very hard to get student because it's the toughest. There are even doctors who do doctors on exercise having the same set as me.
I see. That's cool.
There are doctors who having the physical fitness doctors who have the exercise doctor have the same set as me. And I'm not even a doctor. I failed O-level. So that's why when I meet some of these lecturers who I know them from the courses, they actually don't believe I don't have O-levels. So this is what also the youngsters should know. Education, yes, number one.
Yep.
But real life, sometimes, whatever you studied might not work for you real life. So must find something that is your interest that you can do well. For backup, maybe for backup.
Interest are important.
For backup, because I vouch that my interest help me. I might not be the richest trainer, but I'm happy. Alhamdulillah, rezeki yang ada ni.
Important. Happy.
And Alhamdulillah, I survived 24 years.
Every day kerja dia, train orang exercise and he get paid. I mean the mother idea lah. Alhamdulillah, you got a mother like that, no. Makcik kalau you dengar, if you're watching, wah, you punya pemikiran.
Actually, a lot of boys don't know I became an aerobic instructor for nearly 12 years.
Aerobic?
I duduk atas stage berjoget, ajar orang dalam
That's
kelas.
no joke lah. No joke.
I did that for years, for nearly 12 years. I was featured on TV also. For example, you open Sunday morning, sometimes health show, like there's an event. I think orang tinggal Jurong mungkin because they never miss. I was doing one of the Great Singapore Workout. Remember those days? I was asked to launch with a group of trainers at Jurong Point Shopping Centre.
Choreograph lah.
Kira macam I do my own choreography.
Ada team. Oh, you just alone.
It depends on the music, depends on the class you are supposed to conduct. Depend what type of class you conduct. You have to start doing your choreography lah. So jadi,
During at that moment, okay, besides Rosman, ada tak yang tengah-tengah aerobik tu terjumpa budak-budak sekolah Boon Lay?
surprisingly tak pernah. Pasal maybe because I think maybe tak tahu pula, tak pernah ada satu ladies because I teach female only studio. Amore. Jadi tak pernah nampak pun satu former classmate yang ajak datang exercise. Not even one I notice.
Tak boleh tak jumpa.
Tak pernah satu pun. Kalau ada satu terjumpa mesti kelakar gila punya. Pasti diorang macam apa jadi ni? Tiba-tiba kau boleh joget.
After school, after NS, I busking on the street tau. Just to get money. So I was busking at Orchard Road MRT semua bawah. Bila I nampak muka macam budak Boon Lay, I just put my head down. I just like macam, oh my god, kat sini pula jumpa dia. Pasal I put my guitar bag in front for people to put money.
Itu ada true lah.
So me and my friend, cakap boleh jalan kat depan, like you know. Maybe at that time pun I pun macam ada dreadlock lah. Lepas NS kan.
At that time you ada lah.
Ada dreadlock, main. Agaknya dia tengok dia ni macam budak sekolah Boon Lay. I don't even smile, I just look down. Main macam cepatlah jalan. It's so funny. So after 12 years, you switch to?
I slowly go into one-on-one now, where it's more result-oriented focus. Because I've been teaching classes, I don't see these ladies got results. And then my class, I
But
started.
at that time, people know you already lah.
People know I'm quite popular actually. Actually, in those days when I was teaching, if you talk about in the world of aerobic classes, when people talk about kickboxing class, a few names came up and I'm one of the name.
Oh, Alhamdulillah. Oh.
Kickboxing aerobic base, not fighting base. Kickboxing aerobic base.
Taibo apa?
Like Taibo like that.
Taibo.
And I have the privilege to meet Taibo, the person himself.
Really?
Yeah, I have a picture of him with me in US.
You went there?
I went for a convention in US, a workshop.
Oh,
He
Taibo was
there.
in thing at that time.
He was there, so I get to meet my so-called like somebody I learned from through TV lah.
Dia tu believe.
I met Taibo personally.
Pilih budak sekolah Boon Lay senegro ni boleh sampai.
Billy Blanks. I met Billy Blanks.
Nama dia Billy Blank.
Billy Blanks, that's his name. Now his son is called Billy Blanks Jr.
Tengok boleh sampai ke sana budak sekolah Boon Lay ni. Heran betul lah. Memang budak Boon Lay ni semua bakat betul lah. They ready, you know. That's what this is true story, you know.
While doing that, I'm still teaching classes. I'm still being invited to conduct classes sometimes, especially certain classes. People who knows me, that when it comes to this class, must call Rasul. So I end up still going to do some of these classes. But slowly.
Busy at that time, your time.
Oh, yes, those days, I can be teaching 3-4 classes a day. That's why you become sometimes fit because you have to do. You cannot stand there and talk only. You have to move. Not only move, joget, talk lagi. So you talk and move, talk and move.
Dulu stamina, kuda.
Alhamdulillah. And I'm still running. So during those days, I run marathon. So I keep training marathon, keep teaching classes. But lucky to be able to work with companies. Sometimes kena showcase with the minister. I had a picture in the newspaper, me and the minister. It came out in the news also. It came out in news. The ministers. I
interview him.
Yes. So these are little things I get to do after school lah. But all these things you do happen to you is because what happened in school.
Correct. Can I say that you're really proud to be Boon Layan lah?
Yeah lah. Everyone should be proud where they came from, whether good or bad, because the school teaches you.
No regret, eh?
I no regret. The school.
Besides the uniform, eh?
Nah, I didn't get to touch that uniform. Lucky me. I'm proud of my school. It's my school, secondary school. That's why I
brand new to be like what you are now.
Yep, it's normal lah, standard. Pasal apa? It's in that kind of neighborhood, that kind of area. Takkan you kalau sekolah kat ACS yang kat Bukit Timah, orang nak cakap sekolah tu teruk. Itu ACS Bukit Timah tu orang apa yang tinggal? Orang atas-atas. Orang
sekolah ubit
takkan orang
tapi what they produce now, tengok. Sekarang Rasul, I mean, I'm not saying because Rasul is here. Is I met him few times jugalah. Tengok. Orang cari dia sekarang nak train. Pasal he already got name. He already in this industry, as in training industry for many years. Now orang cari you, call you just to train themselves, solo training,
Yeah.
Macam one-to-one
training, sometimes 2%. Yeah, but now pasal I'm already at a certain time of my career now, and my client are with me for years. Sustainability, and I train most of my clients working people. I have from
professional
years,
working people, some of them.
professionals.
So you go to the location where they want, or you provide the location?
Some of them is because I home visit plus private studio. So either they come to the studio that I use for my session, or I go to their house. I train people in their house also sometimes. In their house. There are people I train in their house.
Or they have the
I don't. With my expertise now, with my experience, sometimes I don't need
strength
equipment.
training, no need lah.
I don't need because you not everyone is a bodybuilder. You don't need a dumbbells to train. Our body is our machine. Allah Ta'ala jadikan the most complex anatomy.
When you train all these professional working people, dia orang pernah tanya which school you from?
Most of my clients actually do not even believe I failed O-level.
Yeah, because that's what I say. Bila dia tengok you macam you really come from.
They thought I'm educated, really educated. They say, oh, you have degree, you have what? I don't know.
I got that question all the time. So when I give talk to students, especially students, and I always proud to tell them I'm from Boon Lay Secondary School.
Yeah, if people ask, I will tell. I won't hide that I'm from there.
Because they thought I'm from Berkeley School of Music, from Yamaha School of Music. I say no, I can't afford to go that kind of school.
See, my client thought I'm like from School of Sports Science or whatever.
That's the beauty of this Boon Lay Secondary School. Tengok, all of us become alhamdulillah.
But like I say, education is important.
Yep.
For my job, at the end of the day, sometimes you just need to have something. Because sometimes people ask you about all your qualification. Sometimes you just want to learn something and understand the so-called what we call the academic part of it.
Have you ever felt sometimes in the studio when I write music for or documentary for National Geographic and all these big company. After I finish, the client come out, hey man, I like your stuff, it's good, everybody like it. You know, when they left the room. Then the emotional, in a good way, not emotional as in sad way. Then you sit down there like, aku dah boleh sekolah Boon Lay sih. You know, sekolah dah pakak, nak play gitar pun susah dulu. And you are sitting down here, then you deal with like, you know, your my music like go all over the world. You know, big program, you know, stuff like that. Then you realize that, man, that's a hard way, man, to sit. Did you ever, but like you, then you train, you stand down there, memang you joget-joget lah, memang like, wow, this crowd in front of you, no. Then at the same time, while you talking, but your mind is like, aku boleh sekolah bunda, saya sekolah apa tak pas, you know. Have you ever, I'm really sure you have that kind of thought.
I think
Alhamdulillah, I know that
I
you
think
thank-
everybody have, but the only thing you can say, like you say lah, the biggest word is Alhamdulillah. Is
Alhamdulillah, no, like you,
because
I'm like,
like what the white people like to say, God works in a mysterious way.
mysterious way. It's like maybe for you, for hundreds eyes was looking at you, you on top down there and like conducting them
Yeah.
to you know. That's a sense of achievement, like that emotional factor, bukan emotional
Yeah.
set.
You have that feeling for sure. Like me, now that I'm a trainer, I'm happy that it's a path that I choose, and I'm always thankful to my mother for putting the light bulb and tell me, go and get something that you get paid and exercise. And from that day, I have not stopped till today.
But what Bunde taught me, like right now, some budak yang susah sometimes.
Yes.
From when I give talk, some of them can't afford computers, stuff like that. When they come in, I don't treat them like how I was being treated back school. Macam your friend tell you you're not good
Because-
enough. I don't think so. You treat them like
Cannot.
that because you, from your experience, you don't want them to feel
Naturally, because
naturally.
unless people who do it back to another person,
Correct.
that means that person has not moved on. They still
Correct.
have, still
100%.
still
I
keep
agree.
resentful feeling that what happened to me, I don't give these kids a chance.
Correct. 100%.
If they're bad,
agree.
I say they're bad. I've offered myself sometimes to people, hey, you come to my session, you help me out with my session, observe. I've already had one trainer, I know his name, he stays in Jurong West last time. He went to take the set, he needs to learn. He came to my session, I even paid him a fee. Imagine I pay him a fee because he helped me. He helped me in my session, like he watched and yet he learns from me, but I pay him.
Wah, Alhamdulillah.
I give him an allowance.
These are the things
For
that
his time.
we learn from
Ah.
kita punya path lah.
Yeah, from our path. It's always from your path.
Yeah.
Every step you take is a learning journey.
A lot of time I meet friends, some friends they tell me, if I can turn back time, to me, whatever happened, I don't have any regret.
Yes, same.
I don't have any regret. I'm not gonna turn back time and I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, and say no. That time, the past time, brand me to be what I am now.
We are not proud of it. We are not proud of it for sure. Like those days, kita pergi T-dance, joget-joget. But if I have not gone to the T-dance and joget, I would not been good at the joget on the stage. My job, isn't it?
Okay, kita masuk sikit depan.
Those days.
Ini tidak punya story. Pukul 2 petang.
2 petang.
Pergi T-dance dulu. The age tak boleh masuk disco malam lah.
Jadi
Minum
pergi T-dance.
paling coke lah, coke soft drink. Then I remember Amara Hotel ada satu.
Ya, ada. Dream.
Is it Dream?
Dream,
I can't remember.
Dream.
No. Pukul 2 petang. Sekarang tak ada lagi.
Tak ada terus, tak ada.
Masuk je macam faham. Konon-konon lah. Gini, tapi air oreh. Gini air
Accident
oreh.
je.
Boleh order pun satu je, tak mampu.
Tak ada duit.
Sampai pukul 4. Pukul 5. Nak joget pun tengok tak ada. Kan. Tapi yang style-style tu, yang ada duit tu, pakailah style-style ada boyfriend. Kita ni nak dapat Adidas pun tak mampu kan.
Jadi those days kita punya experience, whether school or after that, good or bad, we not proud of it, the bad one, but we cannot regret because some of the bad one may have put effect on your work, on your life now. The only setback I had maybe pasal I shift out of Jurong, jadi I have lost touch with anybody from
after
Jurong.
sekolah?
Like after Sec 2, dah shift out of Jurong, dah pergi Jurong West, dah jauh daripada Jurong apa. Dah jauh daripada Taman Jurong, Boon Lay dah jauh. So, it becomes a point that I don't get into contact with my schoolmates or even classmates. I don't collect their numbers, I don't have their numbers. And worse, I don't have social media those days. When it's social media stuff, I don't. So, I don't get contact, especially my
You
classmates.
also busy lah at that time. You also
And plus, I trying to find my own life.
running here, running there.
The only person I always maybe still in contact with Juraimi. Because when I bump into him, I make sure I have contact with him. The rest, but now it's good that with WhatsApp you have a whole group. But I wish the group is bigger lah. because I know my classmate got more than that, but apparently only a few of us.
Maybe they don't want to be part of it.
I'm fine with that lah, but I still feel
I mean, some people maybe still don't want to.
it's not that lah. Pada my point of because people have never experienced loss in their life, and especially people who are their friend.
Can you elaborate more?
And suddenly when you never talk to that friend for so long, never ask, never what, suddenly the friend just go like that. You tell people, oh, I don't feel anything. I would say it's a BS. You will actually feel. And that feeling that you feel, you actually might regret. So before that feeling comes, I would still say that you need to meet your friend once in a while.
That's true.
You need to call them once in a while. Not just WhatsApp. I find that WhatsApp make us robots. You need to hear the person's voice.
Because at this age yang suddenly kita punya kawan one by one.
Because when you hear the person's voice, you may not suddenly know they're having a problem or not from their voice. And if they have problems also, you might not be able to help them. But at least you might be a listening ear if they want to tell.
Correct.
If you don't want to tell, so be it. But if they want to tell, you might be somebody they can confide in. You may not be able to help to settle their problem. But you may be someone that they can, what we call luahkan, Melayu cakap.
So while we still have time,
we still have time. So I think it's crucial to still keep in touch. If you have time, meet your friends, no matter where you stay. And when people know you better, people are able to understand you better.
Also I do this ada setback juga lah, yang ada pun tak happy. I got like inbox ada yang tak happy. But anyway, I mean we grown up lah. I will just proceed and
like what they say, there will always be haters.
Yeah, so I just carry on doing because ni pun bukan nak glamour kerja ini.
It's not.
You know, kalau nak glamour I buat something more interesting.
Quite
Ini
true,
boleh.
quite true.
Right? That's for fun. Segelintir je yang tengok, yang interested tengok. But as in kita buat happy-happy je. Alhamdulillah, as I say tadi, dah umur-umur gini,
yes,
I can sit with few of them. They brother Jani, Masunda, Zaini, and then today with Rasul. Just imagine earlier on the video I said dulu kita jumpa pakai uniform je kalau kita jumpa kat sekolah. Sekarang you know, alhamdulillah at this age kita boleh duduk macam ni berbual.
Yeah.
Then you might not know siapa pergi dulu.
Quite true. Age doesn't count. Death doesn't count as age.
So kita sampai kat sini boleh duduk macam ni, alhamdulillah. Besok lusa tak tahu I pergi dulu ke atau Rasul pergi dulu. Tapi sebelum kita dua-dua pergi, kita sempat duduk kat sini happy-happy berbual macam ni. At least ada something simpan yang kalau Nogani pergi dulu, I was with Nogani tu hari dulu. If Rasul pergi dulu, I was with Rasul talking to him. Nice memories time sekolah-sekolah semua. So yang friend-friend tu masih nak ingat-ingat macam tak nak campur ke gitu gini, masih nak look up or look down on some people. I mean, forget about it. I mean, kita dah umur ni macam everybody the same. Kau rumah besar ke, rumah kecil ke, rumah apa, tak ada apa-apa. Everybody is the same.
Whatever we doing now, whatever successful we have, at the end of the day, kita pakai sama baju. Satu helai kain putih.
Sama.
Measurement dia sama.
Correct. The moral of this video all, kita semua datang daripada sekolah Boon Lay, sekolah Pekak.
Yes.
And none of us yang I interview hate that school.
Yes.
You know?
Betul. I'm sure every one of them say they are proud. Whatever happened there. Because it's where you learn.
Correct.
You learn education, plus you learn about life.
Right.
Not just education, you learn about education. You go there to get educated. Whether you get educated after that is another story.
So, ada apa-apa yang you nak say to yang kita punya viewers, apa-apa you nak sampaikan, yang kawan-kawan kita, your batch, my batch, sama siapa lah from sekolah Boon Lay?
Yang saya nak sampaikan kepada to the rest of them who's from Boon Lay, especially all the kaum muslimin dan muslimah, kalau Gani approach or in YouTube or in Facebook asking you to come forward and do this interview, even for 30 minutes, if you don't need to be long, I don't want to tell too much. Even that 30 minutes, you just tell about who you are, what you are, how you are doing now. I think Gani will appreciate that, and all of us will appreciate that. You don't even need to tell what happened during Boon Lay time if you don't find that you have any memories.
Correct.
But it's a good to show you there. Gani is focusing this, bringing this back in order to actually the main purpose of him is hopefully he can get together all the former Boon Lay. Muslim dengan Muslimah especially.
Sebelum kita pergi.
Sebelum kita pergi, kita tak tahu bila.
Betul.
Pasal kawan-kawan kita yang ada dah pergi, kita terus tak jumpa.
Correct.
Kita tak pernah jumpa, kita tak pernah call, tiba-tiba orang tu dah pergi.
Correct.
And this actually a regret because I've incidents like that, a few already. That's why I'm trying to pass message.
True.
Kita lupakan apa kat sekolah kalau dia ni ada, kita benci dia, dulu kita tak suka dia.
Very true.
Ataupun dia bully ke dulu, dia tak suka habis, ataupun perempuan ni dulu
Tak suka kita ke?
kita suka dia, tak suka kita. Itu part semua taruh tepi. What the Ghani is doing there is to gather the most, as many as he could,
Honest for everyone.
for everybody to slowly come and tell about yourself. Hopefully there's some memories from Boon Lay, and by doing that, everybody starts to know each other again.
Correct. Alhamdulillah, I also like to thank brother. Thank you so much. To thank to our brother here, Rasul, spend time with me and talk about this thing. So remember, whatever good that we say come from the Almighty.
Yes.
Whatever mistake is from ourselves.
Yes.
And also now I want to take opportunity. Every video I will take the opportunity just in case dulu-dulu kat sekolah kita ada salah silap
Yes.
kat kawan-kawan. Tak cara sengaja.
Terguris.
Teguris somebody, I mean kita termaki somebody ke apa, not. I mean at that time kita pun yang
Yang ada tercuri girlfriend.
tercuri ke tak pernah. yang ada. Yang ada. Tapi tak pernah. Yang ada tercuri girlfriend. Apa-apa pun lah. I mean, kita pun apologize lah. Itu dulu-dulu sampai sekarang. Kita move forward. Masih kita ada time ni. Masya Allah Ta'ala kasih kita time. Sebelum kita pergi SIC tadi, either dia pergi dulu kita ada pergi dulu. Ada masa tu kita jumpa-jumpa lah macam ni, insyaAllah. So, thanks for watching. Once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, whatever form. We'll see you in the next episode. Assalamualaikum.
One thing, forget comment. Hopefully it's all positive. Because what we're doing now is all positive.
Correct. Okay, jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum di next episode.
Assalamualaikum.
Bye.